Sunday NBA, what could possibly go wrong? Let's get after it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Craig Ben, aka Cash Cake, back with another NBA Prize Picks video. If you don't have that Prize Pick account, use that promo code Cash Cake and get the 100% instant deposit match up to $100. The link is in the description below. Also, if you want to check us out, want to see more of these videos, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel. We'll do what we can to knock out these videos, and hopefully they help you in your research process. And we did the first half video I did a little bit, maybe an hour ago. I'll drop that at the end of this if you want to check out some plays for first half only, kind of break them up. I got 3 plays that I do like. We'll talk about each and every one of those. And again, NBA Sunday, what could possibly go wrong? I know people ask about the ladder challenge. I'm still looking for a few plays. I'm either going to do it for Sunday, or if I don't find 2 that I absolutely love, I will start it back up on Monday. Poole screwed us on day 1 there when we did hit the first half of it with LeBron James, but that game going blowout hurt us. But definitely, we're not going to give up. We're going to go right back at it. Again, I'm either going to drop it, and I'll do it in shorts. So it'll be here in YouTube Shorts. If I do it tonight, I'm going to kind of stay up and hit the lab and try to find 2 plays I love. If it does, then check it on YouTube Shorts. That's where I will drop it. But let's dive in and check out these plays. All right, as you can tell, we have the Prizepicks desktop up here. They got a sweet mobile app you can download as well. We'll talk about 3 plays that we do like here. Again, Sunday, crazy things can happen. I always tend to play lighter on Sundays because you just never know. There's some injury news that are already out. It looks like Giannis is doubtful. There's a bunch of news, and I'm sure we'll have even more. It seems like Sundays, especially in the second half of the NBA season, we'll get some wonky stuff going on. But again, we'll talk about the 3 plays that we do love here. Also, if you want to check us out and head on over to Twitter, you can check us out here. We hit 10,000 Discord members, so we're going to celebrate and give a few free memberships away. So if you want to, just all you got to do is join that Discord, hit the giveaways, and get access to that. Drawing is going to be on March 1st. So if you want to check that out, you can check that out as well. But let's just jump in right and talk about these first plays. First one makes me a little nervous, to be honest with you, but from seeing what he's done since he's moved over here, not so much Spencer Dinwiddie, but the team that they have now, I really like the 5.5 assists that they had. That's already been pushed up to 6. The juice was over -155 on the 5.5. So I'm not going to take the 6th. The one thing I am going to do is I'm looking at taking under either points, rebounds, and assists, or points. That's where I'm at. And I'm actually going to think I'm going to take the under on points. If we've seen what he's kind of done here, the juice is on the over on points at -125 at 19.5, but it has been weird, honestly. Now, Chicago blew them out. He didn't see a whole lot of run there, the 2 points, but he only shot the ball 6 times, 0 for 6. And then that Miami game, he shot the ball 3 or 4 times, only 4 times. Seems like Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges are the guys that have been kind of pushing the score a little bit more here. Going up against Atlanta, they're ranked 21st in points allowed, 14th in point guard defense. They are pretty high in pace at 9th, 21st defense efficiency. Atlanta's favored by 5, the 229.5 over under. And again, it's one of those things where Donovan Mitchell scored 19 on these guys. The New York Knicks game, he shot 21 times. But if we go back to where he's been with these guys, the Philly game, he only shot 10 times, 2 for 10. So in this 4-game sample size that we have, he's really only cleared it once against the Knicks. Other than that, he just hasn't been shooting the ball a ton. Been more of a facilitator, just not really shooting the ball a ton. And again, it's not a big sample size, but just watching it and seeing how Mikal Bridges has been aggressive, Cam Johnson's been more aggressive. Dinwiddie can turn a switch at any time. Don't get me wrong at all. I mean, he could take the ball and be like, no, this is my game, and give us a Knicks game. That's my only worry here. But I'm still going to take the under 19.5 points here just on seeing what he's doing. If you wanted to take the points, rebounds, and assists, I'm fine with that as well. It's sitting at 29.5. And again, he's only cleared that once at that 35 mark. In those other games, he had 21, 18, and 8. So either one, I'm going to go under on this, and I'm going to go over more on Mikal Bridges. But again, Dinwiddie is one of those guys that could just take over the game if he wants to. And it correlate. If you want to play like an over Bridges and an under Dinwiddie, those kind of things I think are going to correlate going through the second half of this season. So that's the first play we're going to look at. Second one, I'm going to go to Jeremy Grant. I don't know if you saw this. I think it was Friday. The plane kind of got stuck, and so it finally made it out. But Jeremy Grant, it was our first game after the All-Star break, and Jeremy Grant and both him and Lillard sat that game. So we got a lot of Lillard. We got a lot of really Portland scrubs out there. But they're going to play this game. I think they just sat because that plane went in late, and they didn't want to play these guys because I think Grant just sat because Lillard sat, honestly. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but hey, I'm not making those decisions. So Grant's going to be the number 2 here. We already know that there's going to be no Anthony Simons and there's going to be no Nurkic. So both those guys are already ruled out for Portland. On the Houston side, there's no Jalen Green, no Kevin Porter Jr. Those guys are both ruled out. So no Nurkic, no Simons, no Winslow. He's also ruled out. So all 3 of those guys, we don't really have a lot of we actually have 0 games where both Nurkic and Simons have been ruled out. So with those guys out, there's been no games this year. If we go back and look at last year, we can see that they played Houston. They actually played Houston once last year with both of those guys out, and he scored 40 points and rebounds. And that's where I'm kind of looking at, points and rebounds. With no Nurkic out there, he should get a few more rebounds, I think. Houston 14th in pace, but they're 28th in defensive efficiency. Just not a good team. 25th in points allowed. So the way I'm looking at that here, if we kind of look at just, with just the last 2 games, Golden State and OKC put up 26 and 27. He should play a lot of minutes here, right? So going up against Houston, they should be able to do whatever they want to. Juice is on the over, -120, -125 here. I'm okay if you wanted to go points-wise. Again, 22 and 23 last 2. He should be the second option here. I know they have that they have Cam as well, and Reddish is probably going to be the third option out of the group. I don't mind looking at Reddish a little bit. I was between Grant and Reddish for me, really. Lillard is up there quite a bit if you look at some of his stuff. So I was kind of looking more at Grant, maybe to get him going a little bit. If we want to look at Reddish, last 2 games, if we want, he's another guy I was kind of looking at. So I was depending on which way I wanted to go with these guys. But looking at Reddish points-wise, 18 and 24 the last 2 games. It's one of those things where I don't mind looking at that a little bit, as he should be the second option. He probably gets some run, maybe even deeper in the game if they start to hurt him a little bit more. So maybe Reddish is the way to go at that. 13.5 points or points, rebounds, and assists. I don't mind that. Or if you just want to go points and rebounds at 16.5. He's had 19 and 28, and that might be the way to go. But again, Reddish or Grant, those are the 2 that I'm kind of looking for Portland with those guys out. There's going to be shots that are going to have to be made, and I think that's the way I would rather go. So more than 25.5 points or rebounds for Grant, or if you want to go more in points and rebounds, or points, rebounds, and assists for Reddish, kind of what I'm looking at. And then the last play I'm kind of looking at here is one's probably my favorite, and that's Luka. And I'm going to go over 7.5 assists. They are playing the Lakers tomorrow, which should be awesome. Lakers have looked good since the trade, the guys that they have. We have Juice over at -135 here. Last 2 games, he's put up 9 and 10 assists. If we go back and look at the Denver game, you got to throw this 19 out of the way. This is the All-Star game. So throw that one out. Just look at those last 2 at 9 and 10. Lakers are 23rd in assists allowed. And if we look at what he's done against the Lakers this year, he put up 9 on Christmas assists, and he put up 13 on January 12th. Again, none of these have to do with having Kyrie here, but I think Kyrie is going to want to shoot a little bit more in this game. Kind of have to go up against LeBron here. Maybe we see some points where they kind of pushes it a little bit further points-wise. So maybe Luka does a little bit more facilitating this game. But 7.5 feels a little bit too low for him. And if Kyrie starts cooking, maybe Luka can get a few more assists that way. So I'm going to look at going over 7.5 assists for Luka Doncic going up against the Lakers. Should be a fun game. Dallas favored by 4.5 here at the 237.5 over under. We know all the scoring is going to come from Luka and Kyrie. So it should be a fun one. That's where I'm going to be landing at, over 7.5 assists for them. And again, for that Portland one, I think I'm going to go Grant as my play, but I just want to kind of mention Cam Reddish a little bit if you want to go that way as well. And again, if you didn't like that Dinwiddie play, because it makes me a little bit nervous, but if he's not going to be pushing the ball, shooting, and do more facilitating, those points are just too high for him at that 19.5. So that's what we're looking at here. Again, if you want to check us out, you can join us in the Patreon below. If you want to just have a free shot at a free membership, all you got to do is join our Discord, find those giveaway channel and enter and get a shot for it. So again, appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Sunday. And again, if I do that, if I kick out that, if I do the ladder challenge here on PrizePicks today, I'll do a YouTube short. If I can't find 2 plays I absolutely love, then I'll hold off and do it on Monday. But I'm definitely gonna be bringing it back here. And again, Sunday NBA makes me a little bit nervous, so I might push it till Monday, but I might do it tonight. It's about 1 a.m. here on the East Coast, so we'll see what happens. And again, enjoy your Sunday. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.